This is Luke from the Be Successful team with your new edition of Crypto Sunday, episode 24. As you already know, paying members will receive this video on Sunday, and from Monday it will go public to all subscribers. I apologize for my absence in recent weeks. With my travels, I have not been able to check in, but I have returned and will continue this adventure together, especially in this bear market, when I know you need more support than any time. Like most investors, you are likely to encounter a lot of confusion and uncertainty during this time. The reality is, most investors during this time are net losers. Over 70% of investors, and here I mean all investors, not just those in crypto, end this experience at a loss. About 20% manage to stay even, meaning that everything they earned they manage to lose later. Worse even, they suffer a big loss, continue to invest until they recover their money, and run away from the financial markets forever. About 5% manage to make a profit, but unfortunately very small. And only the last 5% manage to get really important returns on investment. Our job here is to be in that small 5% category of those who really make money from investments. How do we do that? Well, we do that using statistics and history. We see what has happened in the past, and with the help of statistics, we can figure out which investment methods can bring us greater chances of long-term success. Now we can see very clearly that history repeats itself, and it is good to look at reality as is and to detach yourself from any emotion towards the projects in which you've invested. If you've been in this industry for less than a year, there's a good chance that your investments will be unprofitable at this time, and you may have serious losses. I'm not here to deceive you and promise you that you will get rich overnight. On the contrary, we may not see new highs in the crypto market until 2024 or 2025, and I will explain why in just a moment. But I don't want to discourage you. We'll talk right away about what to do, no matter how big your loss. It can be recovered with patience and discipline. As I said, let's look at the market rationally. Now we don't need any indicator other than price. Most cryptocurrencies fall between 60% and 90%. As I said, we don't need any indicator to confirm that we are in a bear market. Today, you have the chance to accumulate tokens that in the next growth cycle can bring you 6 to 10 times your growth, or even more. This does not mean that we are at the bottom of the abyss. On the contrary, we are either at the beginning of the collapse or in the middle of it. All markets will likely continue to decline for another year or even 2 years. As you know, inflation is at its peak and has not been so high in decades. However, the US Treasury estimates that we will see a peak in inflation only in July next year. This means that until the interest rates will continue to rise, unemployment as well, purchasing power will fall, demand will fall, and all these factors will lead to a slow decline in financial markets. The bottom line will be when the Federal Reserve begins to lower interest rates, when inflation picks up, and a new growth cycle begins. But that will most likely be in the summer of 2023. And the peaks will have reached in the following years, respectively 2024 or 2025. So, if you have suffered a loss as a result of an investment made at the wrong time, namely on top, do not panic. A loss becomes real only when you sell that asset. If you resist the loss and manage to keep that asset in your portfolio until the next bull run, it is very likely that you will make a good profit, if that project will still exist in the next cycle. If you look at history, you will see that the top 10 coins from the previous bull run have almost disappeared. With the exception of Bitcoin and Ethereum, the top 10 is completely changed from one bull run to another. If you came to this market in a bull run and then made the first investments, don't panic. Bull run is the one that brings new people to the market, and in general, most people made their first investment in an upward trend when it looks like anything you buy can go to the stars and get rich quick. But the market will teach you quickly that this is not the case, and this is an important first lesson. There follows a period in which the market will go sideways and down. This period is a great opportunity to invest monthly or weekly as you see fit, so that you can accumulate as much as possible for the next growth cycle. The chance comes only once every few years, and now it's right in front of you. So even if you have an investment that's in short supply, you don't have to panic and sell. The crypto market will not disappear, even if the negative news will be more and more frequent and harsh. Stay disciplined. Study again the projects you've invested in, and if the decision to invest in them was correct, surely now you will have even more reasons to invest, being able to accumulate at prices even 10 times lower. In no case is it good to invest in just one project. Choose several and distribute the money so that when one of them suffers like Terra Luna recently did, you will be protected. I would go much further with diversification and say not only do you have to invest in more projects, but you have to invest in more markets, not just crypto. Part of the investments you have in real estate, part in shares of some companies you like, part in metals and other goods, and only then should the crypto market come, if we talk about the percentage of your total portfolio. But I know you don't like to hear that and probably want to invest all your money in crypto. It's your choice. You take some very big risks, but the possibility is bigger to have faster gains. If you take these risks, at least be sure to diversify your investment into more than one project. So the best solution for this bear market is the dollar average cost. Buy regularly for a certain amount of money and lower the average purchase price so that you can turn a profit faster. Be disciplined and follow your plan. Don't be scared when there's negative news, and remember that the best time to buy is when the media tries to create panic. If you have stocks, this may be the last chance to sell. Even if many companies are at 20% or 30% of the maximum, the drop will continue. And even if we see a small increase in summer, a major crash in autumn is inevitable. On the stock exchange, I recommend you do not buy anything yet, because they will decrease, as I've already said. And on the real estate side, I think it's the best time to sell, in case someone buys more. Real estate is again at historic highs, and there's a good chance that next year, or in 2 years, the prices will be half of today. Goods and grain continue to grow amidst the conflict in Ukraine, and will continue to grow for a long time to come, as will energy. Gold will really rise at the end of this crisis, when the world will take refuge from the effects of the crisis by buying, and it's possible that we will see gold at 3,000 in the end of next year. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so as not to miss the following valuable videos, and click on the bell to receive a notification every time we post something new. Thank you all for your support, especially to the paying members who allow us to continue this project during this difficult period. You can support the channel by clicking the join button on the main page of the channel, or by accessing the link in the video description. As always, the conversations continue on social media, where we're waiting for your questions and are ready to help you with the best advice. Thank you for staying until the end. Until next time, I wish you all success.